After getting off the Nullarbor, our first stop was Kalgoorlie. I've always wanted to visit this town, not just for its rich Australian history, but for its place in my family's history. My grandparents left their home in England in the 1930s and came here where my grandfather worked in the steam engines. Soon after, my father was born in Kalgoorlie. We checked out the Hannah's North tourist mine and couldn't believe how huge these trucks were. The little boy and dad came out as he played with his massive trucks. We tried our luck at gold panning.
You gotta swish it around.
Dad was getting really into it. I eventually lost interest and left him behind to go exploring. They had exhibits all around the mine to show you what it was like when people first came to live here during the gold rush. They also preserved a lot of the original infrastructure and buildings during the time that the mine was active. Here's the two-up shed. After some exploring, I came back to check on Devone.
Of course you did.
As expected, he found gold.
Huh? Show me.
If you look really closely, you can see a tiny speck of gold there.
Anyone gonna find gold, it was you. You see any gems as well? You gonna tell your friends what you got, babe?
Got gold.
Oh, there it is, the bottom.
Kalgoorlie is also home to Australia's largest gold mine called the Super Pit. It's approximately 3.5 kilometres long, 1.5 kilometres wide and 600 metres deep. Looking down into the mine from the viewing point, those massive trucks that we'd seen earlier look so tiny.
Dust everywhere.
Staying indoors, I'm staying indoors.
Having the country's biggest open-cut mine meant there was dust everywhere. We then drove 90 kilometres down a dirt road to make our way to Wave Rock. All that dust and recent rain turned our once white van into red. Wave Rock is located within what's called the Wheat Belt region, and we were surrounded by canola fields. 18 kilometres out of Wave Rock is Mulka's cave. The cave is tied to Aboriginal legend, where you can see hand imprints much higher and taller than an average man. While there, we stayed at the Wave Rock Resort. The rock was a short 5-minute walking distance from where we were camping. Over the next few videos, you'll see my skin tone progressively change. At night, we were covered by a blanket of stars, more stars than we've ever seen before. We also spent some time to explore Hippos Yawn and do the walk around the lake. The resort also features a wildlife park. At first we thought these were statues. Turns out they were real live albino kangaroos, as well as a big red. Nestled beside the beautiful Lake Magic, the resort's also made its own salt pool.